guys, welcome to today's video. So today we are talking about mixing and generally how I like to mix colors, find mixes. This is a question I get asked a lot about, and so in this little series I want to make some sort of shorter videos that, and you can see it's still nearly 20 minutes, so it's still a bit of a longer one, but yeah, I wanted to make some kind of shorter videos that go into some techniques or some questions that I get asked quite a lot. So one of them is how I come up with mixes and, you know, how to figure out mixes. So I thought we would go into that today. So I pulled out this little palette because it has a buff titanium in it, and I had written in my notes to do this video about buff titanium, and then I realized after doing this that I had just gotten the new Isaro one, so that's the one we use. But I start off with this one. This is Colours of the Iron Range, and I believe her shop is not operating at the minute. I'm not sure exactly what's happened. If anyone has any info, just let us know in the comments. But so the first thing that I like to do when I am introducing a new color into my palette, or you know, I have a new color and I want to learn a bit more about it and learn, you know, what mixes well with it. So the first thing I do is just put a circle of that color up the top of the page, and then we will work on some mixes. So you can do this a lot of different ways, and the interesting thing about creating swatches is that even in doing this you will find more of your style. So, you know, some people like to do the swatches with you know, washi tape or ruling it out. Some people like to do it more haphazardly on the page, and all of that is going into, you know, how you will create paintings. There's no right or wrong about this, but this is definitely just one example, and then you can, you know, figure it out from there. But so I just realized that I do have the other buff titanium that I put in this palette, and I couldn't see it for the moment, but it was hiding under there. And so this is the one we're going to use because it's still available, and I really love, I did a little haul a few videos back. I've been really loving the Isaro paints, so I'll link those below. But yeah, it's just, they're really beautiful. So I'll show you in a minute that I have gotten just a couple of extra ones. So I started with the powdery pink and the rose pink light, but you can see the buff titanium there, and also the rose is Isaro rose. I love that. And we'll mix those as well. Okay, so you can see that after I create the circle on the top to show which colour, you know, we are working with, I then wipe off my palette and put a bunch of, you know, little dots of the colour that we're going to use. And so then I just start mixing it. So I have that kind of all pre-prepared. We have the colour at the top to denote which one we're using, and then I kind of go through my palette picking things from different colour groups. So I start with the Lunar Violet. This is Daniel Smith Lunar Violet because I really was interested to see how this would go, and I really love the smoky grey mixes, kind of like a warm grey that this creates. Really beautiful. Okay, so this next colour is Hematite Violet. This one is from Earth Mineral Arts on Etsy. I also really love the Daniel Smith one. I think that Roman Schmalz has one, so it's a widely available colour, and this just is one of my all-time favourites, Hematite Violet. But you can see that when I do the swatches, I'm doing a lighter version, so I'm just adding the colour bit by bit. So and I'm just showing you here now. So we're going to mix the Buff Titanium and the Isero Rose, and you can see this colour that I was pointing to, that's the powdery pink, and I believe these are the two colours that she mixes to make that colour, possibly. But I really love having the three of them because it's so versatile, having the Buff Titanium, having the Isero Rose on its own, and then having this powdery pink, and you'll see that in a minute. But you can see that I want to use the mix in different ratios. So in the beginning there was a little bit more of the Isero Rose, and now I'm creating a mix with more of the Buff Titanium in it. So yeah, and then you can add more Buff Titanium if you like. You could do that, you know, several times to create a whole gradient. And then I'm also swatching here the Isero Powdery Pink, so you can see that. So you can see what a beautiful colour that is. And this has been a very interesting kind of discovery for me because you know, Buff Titanium has been around for a long time. So we're swatching it now with Holbein. We're mixing it with Holbein Shell Pink. So, but yeah, Buff Titanium has been around a long time, and a lot of artists use it instead of white. So I just really have never been on the bandwagon with that. So I think that sometimes it's kind of something you have to approach in your own way, in your own time. So, you know, that's why I'm always saying, you know, pick the colours that inspire you, that make you want to paint. You don't have to, you know, use colours that I say or anything like that, but just colours that you really love, and that will help you to continue to come back to the painting, you know, to your paints and to your palette. So I'm just swatching next to it here. This is the Shell Harp Light by Earth Mineral Arts, and I actually thought that mix was pretty similar, but you can see that they're quite different, so that's interesting. And I really love the mixes here with Shell Pink. So you can see I'm just swatching the Shell Pink on its own, so you can see that there. Okay, so here I am swatching it with I think it's the Royal Talons Light Gold Gouache, and then here we're mixing it with the Daniel Smith Tiger's Eye, and I really love this mix. It's pretty much every mix that we use, that we create with this Buff Titanium, I'm really loving. So yeah, this is the Tiger's Eye. And so we're just doing the Caput Mortuum now. I'm feeling like I kind of know that will be kind of this mauvey, dusty pink, you know, pinky lilac. And so yeah, there was no surprises there, just a really beautiful mix. But I really actually loved it with these purples. That was surprising. So this is the Cobalt Violet, and yeah, just really beautiful. Okay, so we just did it with the pale wisteria, and then we did it with the Beam Paints lavender, I think. And yeah, that they are all so stunning. I really loved it with the pale wisteria, creating that really soft taupe color. So yeah, okay, so we finished kind of the dots that I put on the palette, and then I wanted to do some more. So one of the things I've been really enjoying doing is just mixing what I have left on my palette and kind of creating these little color stories in my like art swatch journal, in my travels notebook. Okay, so we are mixing it now with the Winsor & Newton Smalt, which this actually was surprising to me, and I really love that mix as well. So super beautiful. This one here is the Schmincke Ice Blue, and just a minute ago while the music was playing, I was showing you that like the swatches that I did in my art journal were kind of like the souffle palette there. So I really love that kind of dusty, moody kind of feeling. So here we're mixing it with the Holbein Leaf Green, and again this was surprising how much I enjoy the greens with the buff titanium. So this one here is the Daniel Smith Greenish Raw Umber. It just softens the greens in a very natural way and just really lovely. So this one here is the Winsor & Newton Potter's Pink, and yeah, just a beautiful kind of that mauve, that dusty mauve again. Okay, so the one we just did was the Schmincke Cobalt Turquoise, and I was actually surprised at that one as well. I really love that. Again, it creates like a natural, more natural blue for a sky or something. And then this one here is Indigo, so I really wanted to try this one. I think I really like the Smalt a lot better, but yeah, it just, I've really enjoyed all of the mixes with this colour, so it was really surprising and interesting in that way. And yeah, a couple of new favourites, the Smalt with the buff titanium and the Shell Pink with the buff titanium, and then all of the purples, really loved those. So I'm just creating a little kind of like a rectangle, kind of just a little space here so that we can just play with some of these colours and mixes that are on the palette at the minute, kind of clean that off, but just kind of use it. And I am thinking, when I'm doing this, I'm not really trying to replicate it, but I'm thinking about this sky that we experienced the other night. I think last weekend there was like a lunar eclipse, maybe on the Sunday night, and so we were out there for like half an hour. The clouds kept kind of going over the moon, so we really only saw it for couple of minutes, but it was really lovely. And so you can see here, like, this is kind of this this sky is what I was thinking about. You can see here the cyanometer, and we talked a little bit about that in a couple of videos ago, which is just really interesting to kind of see like what color is in the sky as well. So you would think that it was like more the darker ones, but there's actually some kind of lighter royal blue, midway between like a navy and a royal blue. And then our little dog Rosie wanted to come out as well. We've got great horned owls somewhere around the property, and we don't let her out at night. Yeah, but she just wanted to come out for a minute. Let's see. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I haven't been able to get the matryoshka finished. I've been working on getting the orders ready, so they should be ready, I think, and shipped within about a week and a half. And yeah, I have a couple of exciting videos coming up. One of the next ones I want to do is obviously the Old Masters palette, and then also I have a video left from December, which is all my palettes. So yeah, I might put that out as the next video in 2 weeks, and then just a little video on how to organize or to curate a palette, because I am getting a lot of questions about that as well. So yeah, we'll see how everything goes, but I hope you guys have had a really lovely week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.